That hymn is a prayer for fresh inspiration to follow the call of God. And later we'll be hearing from a 92-year-old Quaker who's done just that. For some, a Christian calling means doing things differently. And what could be more different than a chaplain covered in tattoos? 32-year-old Rob Popejoy has been a chaplain for 4 years and enjoys challenging the stereotypes of what a Christian can be. At first glance, you wouldn't think Rob's faith influences the way he looks at all, but he uses his appearance through the medium of tattoos to express his beliefs and tell the story of his faith.
My faith, alongside my wife and child, is the most important thing to me. It's the meaning of most of my tattoos. It's the biggest part of my life. I've been getting tattooed for 10 years. And it's become the story of my life, really. It's kind of how I document the stuff that's gone on, the questions I've asked of myself, the various life events. Like a diary or a journal, I'm just going to put it on my skin. I've got 2 Bible verses tattooed on my body. The first one is EZ37 on my fingers, and that means the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, and that is a story from the Bible where the prophet sees a valley of dry bones. God says, I'll breathe life into those dry bones. And then the prophet sees them waken. And that's really poignant for me.
And that's because between the ages of 15 and 18, Rob lost his faith.
And so I found myself becoming more and more inward, more angry, more aggressive. And that sorrow grew and grew and grew to the point where I was questioning, is life worth it? It was a really dark period of my life.
Rob turned his life around and rediscovered his faith, which inspired his vocation, guiding students at Bath College.
My name's Rob Popejoy. I'm the chaplain here at the college. Do you guys know what a chaplain is? I am trying to make Christianity cool, and I'm quite happy to say that. I'm cool with controversy, obviously. By being approachable, hopefully people can see that there is something slightly different, perhaps.
He's quite a cool person, isn't he? He's like full of surprises.
I think he's kind of a breath of fresh air. He's young and kind of knows what the young people think.
Obviously he's different from what you consider a normal chaplain.
I'm a Star Wars fan, in case you hadn't worked out. Anyone a Star Wars fan in the room?
Yeah. He's quite unique because from my perspective, you never really see a Christian with just covered in tattoos. It's not what you see.
Whilst tattoos can alienate people, the positives I've found, is a good byproduct of having them is people want to talk to you. People want to find out the meanings. You attract people as a result of having them. It creates a conversation.
What are those on your fingers? Like, what do they mean?
Personally, for me, I don't believe in any religion. But when he speaks about it and then he really gets into detail of what's gone on, and then you start to think, well, that is quite interesting, actually.
I don't have any grades or anything like that, or, qualifications. So literally all I have is who I am and what I've done and my experiences. And if that can be used for good, then great.
Everyone needs compassion, love that's never failing. Let mercy fall on me. Everyone needs forgiveness, kindness of the Savior, the hope of
Next, David is in Wrexham for a discovery of biblical proportions.
I'm here at St Giles Church to meet a man who found some extraordinary treasure. Ah, great to meet you.
Good to see you, David.
Tell me about this Bible.
Come with me. So here we are.
Wow. Stored away for centuries, forgotten amongst a pile of old books, unbeknown to everyone, lay something very special. When Jason found it during a routine inventory check, it piqued his curiosity.
So this
How
is
heavy
it.
is that? It looks huge.
Yeah, it's quite a weight.
Oh, you have to be a bodybuilder to carry this.
Yeah, well, you know,
Goodness gracious.
it's quite a size, isn't it? It's first edition King James Bible.
Wow. How did you feel when you discovered this?
Really excited, really excited. You know, as far as we know, it was bought by the church wardens brand new in 1611 when it first came out.
Yes.
And it's just been here for the whole of this time. It's part of the stonework of the place.
This is the first one I've ever seen, and it's amazing.
It is rather beautiful, isn't it?
For me, growing up in a Jamaican family, the King James Version was the Bible, and its words became part of our everyday language and music. I'm going to need a bit of equipment to help me explain more. It's here. An authentic Jamaican sound system. The King James Bible's importance in the Caribbean goes back to the time of slavery. Slave owners and missionaries taught the scriptures, and by the time slavery was abolished, most of the Caribbean was Christian. Every home had a King James Bible, and they read it and understood it. And it was that knowledge and understanding of the Bible that influenced much of the culture, like this. A familiar tune made famous by Boney M, but it started out as a reggae song. A direct lift from Psalm 137, verses 1 through to 4. By the rivers of Babylon where we sat down, yea, we wept when we remembered Zion. How the wicked carried us away in captivity, requiring of us a song. But how can we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? And it's easy to understand how to the descendants of Africans who had been captured, transported and enslaved, these words were a source of inspiration and comfort. And we're keeping the reggae theme going with our next performance.
Light of the world, you step down into darkness. Open my eyes, let me see beauty that made this heart adore you. Hope of a life spent with you. Here I am to worship, here I am to bow down. Here I am to say that you're my God. You're altogether lovely, altogether worthy, altogether wonderful to me. Oh, yeah. King of all days, oh so highly exalted, glorious in heaven above. Humbly you came to the earth you created, all for love's sake became poor. So here I am to worship, here I am to bow down, here I am to say that you're my God. You're altogether lovely, altogether worthy, altogether wonderful to me. I'll never know how much it costs to see my sins how much it costs to see my sins upon that cross. So here I am to worship, here I am to bow down, here I am to say that you're my God. You're altogether lovely, altogether worthy, altogether wonderful to me. So here I am to worship, here I am to bow down, here I am to say that you're my God. You're altogether lovely, you're altogether worthy, you're altogether wonderful.